Hey guys, Kich here with GPKNIVES. Today we're going to be doing an overview of the Benchmade Claymore. We're going to go through all the different variants that have come out, and we're going to see which one's right for you. Alright, we're going to start off with the original Benchmade Claymore. So this one came out few years ago? Came out a little while ago. So whenever this knife first came out, it was kind of a shock because it's kind of a lighter weight auto than what you're used to from Benchmade, but it still fires really hard. So in the original version, you get a really lightweight grippery handle, deep carry clip. The ergonomics on this guy are really great. It's actually one of my favorite things about it, is that you can kind of hold this knife kind of far back and not have to worry about sliding up and cutting yourself, or you can kind of get up on top of the blade and use it this way for your fine cutting tasks, stuff like that. Another neat little thing is it has in Morse code up here, front towards enemy, or FTE. And if you're familiar with a Claymore, like an actual Claymore, it's a shape charge full of ball bearings that kind of you want to put towards your enemy, and it blows up. So, not named after the medieval sword, but modern explosive. So I think that that's pretty neat too. This one comes in the standard drop point blade. This is going to be a great blade for any kind of cutting task that you run across. It's got a nice little swedge, got a lot of point to it. It's still going to be good for punching through tape, cardboard, stuff like that. It also comes in a part-serrated version, which was the original. For me, this one isn't really one that I would carry. Part-serrated knives aren't really my thing, but it's kind of a tactical, everyday carry knife still. So there's going to be a lot of times where you're going to need to cut cardboard. You might have to cut through rope. It does a really good job like cutting seat belts, stuff like that. Like molly webbing if you need to cut through anything like that. And then all of that's enhanced thanks to the CPM D2 blade steel. So you get all of the awesome stuff that you get with D2, corrosion resistance, edge retention, stuff like that. But you get increased toughness thanks to the particle metallurgy that they use. So it's a spray form steel. Another thing that's really cool about the Claymore is that the safety locks the knife open. So you can really use this thing as a hard use knife without having to worry about it closing on your fingers. So that's it for the drop point. We're going to move on to the Tanto next. Alright guys, so jumping into the Tanto here, obviously the big difference, I guess really the only difference, is going to be the blade shape. So with the Tanto, you get a little bit more of a tactical look. So the point of a Tanto is to puncture things, so it has a really strong tip. What that means is obviously you can punch through stuff in a self-defense situation. But really, what I've found, especially over the last couple of years I've been carrying a Tanto, is that it's an awesome just kind of like utility blade. So you have a short cutting edge, you have this little piece here that's awesome for opening boxes, and then also this part, the flat part, the Tanto edge, is great for scraping, stuff like that. So awesome EDC blade shape that's also super tactical, and then with that you get the same awesome handle. This one's got these two big finger choils that kind of fit your hand. It's got palm swells on both sides, so it just fits in there great. Obviously it comes in part-serrated too, and then all of these are going to be available in these two colorways of green and black. So I think that this is a nice option for someone who does want something that's more tactical, a little bit more tactical than the drop point, but also still it can be used for pretty much any everyday cutting task that you come across. It's an awesome addition to any EDC or just any collection really. Alright guys, we're going to jump into the mini Claymore now. So obviously the name, as it denotes, it's a Claymore, but smaller. So you have the big Claymore here. So this is a big knife. It's kind of a tactical knife. I've talked about how you can use it for EDC. For people who don't want to carry a knife that big every day, they made the mini Claymore. The mini Claymore is a little bit smaller than a bug out, so it really hits that awesome EDC size. Has a really powerful spring, so it still kind of flies out there. And then even though it's smaller, thanks to like the two finger choils and kind of just the way it fits your hand, it actually really locks in there in this like full 4-finger grip. Same thing, you can kind of choke up on it, you can kind of get back there. You got a nice guard, your hand isn't going to slip around. You get the mini deep carry clip on this one that's not a bug out. Once again, available in both colors. Right now the mini's only available in a drop point as of whenever this video comes out, but I'm sure that they probably have something in the works. It's going to be something that you guys want to keep an eye on. So another really cool option if you want a big beefy knife, only kind of sized down for a little bit more EDC friendly or tactical if you want to use it for that too. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me, talking about the Benchmade Claymore. So awesome knife. This one's my personal favorite. I'm kind of boring, just a black and gray drop point, no serrations. This is the one that I would pick to carry. Guys, make sure you hit the comments down below. Let me know which one's your favorite. If you guys own any of these, let me know how they're treating you, how they're carrying, stuff like that. Links to these guys in the description box down below. Make sure you guys check that out and see you next time.